Hi, my name is Gabby and welcome to my channel, Gabby on Paper. In today's video, we are going to get my YNAB ready for 2023. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have a couple of overspend categories, but go ahead and ignore that. We'll get into that in the next video when I budget out my next paycheck, so I'm not worrying about that now. If I click all of my categories, I can see that I'm underfunded by $587.68. One of those is this overspent category, and the other is the rest of rent, which will come from my first paycheck in December. So the changes that we'll be making now are for my January budget. So we're going to go into January and start making the changes that I want to make for my YNAB in 2023. I'm going to move all of these categories. I don't know if I can. Yeah. I'm going to move them all back to sinking funds. And then kind of start over with what should be in the focus on now category.
So let's turn up the top over here. Oh, that only worked with one. Okay.
So we're going to skip the focus on now for now. Once we're down in the sinking funds, setting goals and targets for each of the sinking funds, then we'll figure out what needs to go up top. The very first change I'm making is I'm actually going to get rid of the buffer category. So prior to starting YNAB, I always like to have a buffer in my account so that this never really happened. I would never go under or something unexpected went through my account or was charged. I would never be in the negative, and it never happened. But with getting ahead on my expenses and my bills in YNAB, really the buffer category is not really necessary. I'm going to actually move this to my emergency fund. In my saving and invest category group, I'm only going to be focusing on the emergency fund and my Roth IRA. So now that this is set up, I'm going to skip the emergency fund for now because I'm not exactly sure how much I want to send to it, but I will create a monthly goal for my Roth IRA of $542 needed monthly by the end of the month, I guess. Yeah. So I will, yes, that is perfect. By contributing $542 a month times 12 months, that should allow me to contribute $6,500 to my Roth IRA. There is a good chance that I won't max out my Roth IRA because the first few months of the year I'll be contributing to 2022. If I can do more, I will do more later on. But there are other things I want to save for, so I can't be sending all of my money to the Roth IRA in hopes of maxing out my 2023 one. So that's okay. My goal for the year will just be to send $6,500 to my Roth IRA, which technically would max out the 2023 year if it was all going to the 2023 bucket. Anyways, so saving and investing is done for now. I'm going to leave this open because I do want to come back to the emergency fund. My bills will stay the same. And then subscriptions will stay the same for now. I really do think I'm going to cancel Pipsticks starting in January. My December one still has to go through. I think it goes through on the 15th. Once that is charged to my account, I'll go ahead and hide the category for January. Variable expenses will stay the same. First, I'm going to call this a Gabby Improvement Fund. In my last video, I mentioned that I was naming my personal sinking fund categories that have to do with me and my shopping and my hobbies and my self-care and all that. I am naming that category group the Gabby Improvement Fund. I got this from Avery's Money Moves. She has a category, or she used to, called the Avery Improvement Fund, and I thought that was perfect for this because this is all about me and making me happy. And that's the first change I'm making here. The second change I'm making is I'm actually going to combine the massage and haircut into one. It's going to be a self-care category. So I'll send the haircut money up to a massage. I'll delete it. Oh, have I? I mean, I'm just combining the things, so I'll just go ahead and reassign that transaction, although I have no idea what it could be, because I could have sworn my haircut was before I started YNAB, but maybe it wasn't. And then this I'm going to rename self-care. I think that's the only change I wanted to make for my Gabby Improvement Fund besides naming the actual category. So we'll go ahead and skip on over to the next section, which is yearly. This is all looking good. YNAB right now is actually set to be charged in January. Someone else signed up using my link, so thank you, thank you, thank you. That money is just going to stay in there until it's time to pay for it. I considered combining these into one, but I think breaking them down does help me like know what's coming, and yeah, so we'll leave it. Alrighty, so this is where the majority of everything is going to happen. So let's start by creating a target for everything. No, we're not going to start there. We're going to start by combining things, because it's a little overwhelming to have so many categories for now, at least, since I'm finally getting started on my sinking fund. So I'm going to combine them and see how that works. I'm hoping it will be good. So date night and Valentine's Day, I'm going to combine into one. And it's going to be dates and stuff. So I can delete Valentine's Day. So this one is checked. All right, I've decided that I'm going to combine the home and Costco fields into one. So we'll delete Costco and then rename home. And I'm just calling it Home Goods. So when we go to Costco, it's usually either like home things like cleaning products or food. When we go to Costco, I'm just going to divide the transaction, like separate the items into the home goods or foods or whatever category they fall in. It's not just going to be Costco, because I don't feel like that's super accurate. But when I know that a Costco run is coming, I might send a little extra money to Home Goods or to groceries to cover like a larger, grocery expense, because obviously you're buying more food. The other one I decided to get rid of is moving. This one is just going to be deleted. So our lease is up in 2023, and April 30th, I believe, is the last day we're in the apartment for now. If we decide to re-up our lease, we won't need to move. If we decide to move because the rent increased too much, that's the only real reason that we would consider moving. One, just because what a hassle it is to move. And two, we actually really like our location. I may not love the neighborhood that we're in Chicago. It's just a little young and kind of busy. But it is a very, very convenient location when it comes to going to the lake, going to the river, going to work. Yeah, unless rent goes up a lot, we're probably going to stay put. The other thing is the part of our lease, when we signed our lease, like back, early 2022. Oh, we actually signed it in 2021. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, like a year ago. I think it was on the 10th or 12th of December that we signed the lease for this apartment. So in 2021. But anyways, one of the promotions that we're doing is a free month of rent, and that's going to be the last month of our lease period, which would be April. So if we really needed to, we would pull money from that. We wouldn't have to pay rent that month. We'll just put that money towards moving. And I think we would just honestly probably, if I need to, I'll create a category then, but if not, I'll just put it in the home goods because it has to do with our home. Next is holidays and events. I was trying to figure out, like, what do I mean by events? I don't know what I was getting to with the events portion. With holidays, it would be like Halloween or 4th of July or any of those things. Thanksgiving, I guess. Christmas always has its own category, but I've decided to get rid of this because really what we would be doing during that time would be like 4th of July barbecue or Thanksgiving dinner or whatever. So I will just address extra spending in the groceries category. I won't create a separate category, especially because it's just the two of us. I don't foresee us ever like hosting Thanksgiving for either of our families because we live in a small apartment, our oven's small. There's just, not really like any room to host people here. But if we do, if like we're to ever come to it, we'll just keep track of that in the groceries. And I will allocate more money when the time comes if needed. And for events, like I have no idea what kind of events I'm thinking of here because the only kind of events that we have are like concerts and like sporting events, and that would be under live events. So no need for that. I think those are all the categories that I wanted to combine and or get rid of. So now we're just going to go through and create targets for each of the sinking funds so I can start saving for them in 2023. Technically, I'll start saving for them this month in December since I am going to be funding this January with December's money. By actually December of 2023. Our anniversary is January 2nd, which is not the best anniversary date of all time just because it's so close to the holidays, obviously, but that's okay. And I want to make this so I set my target at $240 that I need by December 20th of 2023, meaning I would have to save $20 a month to hit that and stay on track. Anniversary is done. Next is Christmas. My new Christmas target, so it'll be custom. I'll want it by December. I did December 10th this year, and I'll do the same just because. And I'm just gonna try and save $100 a month for Christmas, which would get me to $1,200. This year my target was more than that, and I'll likely need more than that in December, but once we're closer to the date, it'll become my focus on now, and I'll send more money to it. But I think that if I have at least $1,200 in there, that'll be good. So that is what my target will be, at least for now. These things can change at any time. Hold is not a category I set a target for. It's just if I have some extra money and don't know what to do with, it'll go there. If I need to cover overspending or anything like that, I'll come from this holding category, or if this kind of gets up to a higher number, then I'll send it somewhere and probably to one of the focus on now categories. Rideshare, I've decided to increase this to $20. It's only because I'm trying to build up a little bit of a stash here. So I'll change this to 20. Gifts, gonna actually go down to $45. a month. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, because I added up like all the different presents, all the different people that I would give presents to throughout the year for birthdays or like Father's Day or whatever, and that's how much I would need. I might have to front load this a little bit because of my nephew's birthday and my brother's birthday early in the year, and then there's like nothing for like 4 months. So I might need to send a little extra towards it early and then adjust this category amount or this target amount down. For home goods, since I'm combining things, I've decided to do a little bit more at $35 rather than $25. Electronics. I really want to buy, it's going to be a monthly savings builder, yep. I want to buy a desktop, and I know I don't really need it. I just really love the iMacs. I've wanted one for so long, and I've really considered getting one instead of a laptop, but ultimately a laptop makes more sense if I only have one computer. So I love my laptop. I just eventually down the line at some point want to get an iMac. No hurry though. So I'm just going to start saving a little bit of money each month to hopefully eventually get that. For dates and stuff, I'm going to be sending $40 each month. Live events. So this would be like concerts, basketball games, football games. If we ever want to go to like a ballet or anything like that, it'll come from this category. I'm going to be saving $40 a month, and it's going to be that for now. This is a hard one. My boyfriend's birthday is in April. I'm going to come back to this one actually. Okay, so for miscellaneous, I'm going to create a target. Again, just a monthly savings builder for $25. I'm going to save this. Let's go back to bills. Oh no, not bills, subscriptions. And I already have the money in December for this, so I think I'm going to just delete the target, and then once that charge goes through in December, I'll hide this category, but that's just so I can get a better idea of how much I'm underfunded by in January, I'm sorry. So $3,308, I expect to be earning approximately $3,500 a month. So what I'm going to do is create a target here, and I want to save at least $50 a month towards my boyfriend's birthday. So his birthday is in April. So if I save $50 a month, I'll have $200, which is not enough, but we'll address that in just a sec. So with all of that funded, I actually wanted to decrease my travel savings from $150 to $100, and that's because obviously not having gone on our trip to Cancun, I already have $1,600 in there, and on top of that, I got all of my points back on my credit card for the hotel. We have flight credits for the flights that obviously we didn't take to Cancun, and separate from that credit card, I've just gotten a spending goal for a different credit card, which is I have like 150,000 points with this other credit card for travel. So like it's like I have between all the things, between my savings, between the credit card points on one card, the credit card points on my travel points on the other card, like I have a fair amount of money. So this would technically just be for spending money, and then the credit card points that I have would be for hotel and flights and stuff. So I really don't need to be sending $150 a month. I'll just do 100 for now and send 50 bucks elsewhere. So all of these categories are set. Yeah. And then I am gonna go back up here to emergency fund. I'm gonna edit this and send, I think for now, $100 a month, maybe 75. Let's see. All right, so to fund all of January, I need approximately $3,400. Okay, I am actually gonna do 75 here. Just because I actually do have an emergency fund already, I just want to make it bigger, but it's not like a super huge priority for me right now. So I think 75 will be good for now. And then okay, so just a couple more things to do here. First, we'll move categories to the focus on now, and then we will, I want to start working on some wish list items. I don't really need to fund anniversary. It's not going to be a focus on now. I have $100 bucks. We're probably just going to do a nice meal somewhere, and that should be enough. With our anniversary being so close to Christmas, and then my birthday being mid-February, like, there's just too many presents. We don't do presents really for anniversary. So a focus will be dates and stuff, because that does include Valentine's Day, which is in February. And then I also want to focus on my boyfriend's birthday, which is in April, but I'll need more than $200. So any extra money I have really needs to be going in there. And then, oh, and my birthday. It's after Valentine's Day, but it's before his birthday, so I'll want to send money here. My birthday is before his birthday, so I'll send some money there. It won't be much though. My priority is his birthday. Since I was unemployed last year for his 30th, I really wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. I was on a tight budget. I already know what activity I want to do, and that might actually be his present as well, because I think it's actually really pricey, but it's something that I know he'll enjoy. So I want to make sure I'm ready to pay for it. And then, yeah, live events will be a priority, because I feel like things always come up and we are never prepared for it. I'll put it before his birthday. If we want to go to the NBA playoffs and buy tickets, I'll need to have money there and ready to go to buy the tickets fairly early. Or if we want to do something else, I don't know. Point is, I should really get focus on putting money there, because it always creeps up and throws my budget all out of whack. The next thing I'm gonna do is quickly add a couple of wish list items. So it will be a Mulberry Mini Alexa, the purse I want. I need to figure out how much it'll cost. So right now the purse sells for $12.50 and then tax. So $13.80 is what I'll put. I know it's a ton of money. I'm not just gonna go buy it. I want to start saving for it. It's a purse I really, really want. It's so cute. I'll actually show you really fast. And maybe by the time that I actually save up the money, I won't even want to buy it. That happens a lot. So it's a good way to like really think on it is while you're saving up for the money. So who knows? I might not buy it, so don't be mean. So this is the one I'm thinking. Oh my gosh. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, I am dying for this. It's a good like everyday bag, like an everyday crossbody bag that I just don't have. All of my purses, I have like a purse that's fairly small, but it's a top handle bag. It doesn't have like crossbody. And then I have like a technically it's a messenger bag, but it's a purse. It's really cute. And it is crossbody, but it's way big. I want something every day to use on the train, to take to work and everything. I just think it's so nice. And yeah, that's what I want. I'm gonna start saving for it, but who knows, I might not get it. I might change my mind by then. So I'm gonna move this up to Wish Farm. And the other thing is I want this moon face pendant. It is so cute. It's a necklace that I've been eyeing for a while as well. And I don't know, maybe that will be my Christmas or birthday present to myself. Who knows? As far as the rest of these wish list items, oh yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to do. I think I'm just gonna get rid of both of these. The tennis bracelet I want. I do want the shoes. They keep going up. Every time I look at them, they're more expensive. So 1,015. Let's fix that. I do want the straightener. I also want these pillows, but technically I'd probably only like buy one and my boyfriend buys another for himself. I don't want this anymore, so I'll delete that. I do really want these gloves. I do want the rest of the stuff. Okay, so my wish list is looking pretty good. Right now, I'm just gonna focus on both of these. I'm thinking I might buy this necklace for myself. Let me show you. So I would probably get this one with the 60-centimeter chain for like a longer necklace look, and I just think it's so cute. I think the chain would be longer than this. That's the necklace. But anyways, that's what I'm going to be working towards right now. I'm going to use my wish list category group as a way to hopefully think on my purchases a little bit more before pulling the trigger in 2023, and I am hoping that means that I will hopefully not spend as much money. But okay, oh my gosh, what? I just saw I have $2.
Where did that come from? Hide this.
Right here. Let's go ahead and just move that to the Mulberry. And there were $2 just hiding there that I didn't know. And so I've moved those $2 to my mini Alexa category. And now I'll delete. And so we are already starting 2023 with $2 towards my $1,400 purse that I someday want. That's funny. Now that targets are created for everything, I'm just going to quickly go through. Everything that needs a target has a target. So to fund each month going forward, I will need $3,373.96, which is a lot. And that, I mean, it does include like my Roth IRA, which is $542, and all my different sinking funds. I expect to make about $3,500 a month. which means I would have an additional $126.04 each month to either, like, if I need to send extra money towards my groceries one month, or send to my Focus on Now is my hope. What I really want to do is try and work overtime. I don't, like, some girls do have enough work to work overtime. I don't feel like I do at the moment, but if there is the occasion to do so, I will, because I love working overtime. I like my job, so I don't mind doing it. It's like if I could get like 5 hours a week, that would be awesome. Oh my gosh, that would be heaven. That would increase my paychecks a lot, and I could easily get all these things funded, but it's not really an option right now. I pick up an hour or two where I can, and I will take that for the time being. And then the final thing I kind of wanted to mention before I let you go, it's what my plan is. I want approximately, so if I do $45 a month times 12, approximately $540 in my gift category. I think I want about $150 in rideshare. In my rideshare category, I want eventually $1,500 in electronics. I want approximately $300 in dates and stuff, about $300 in home goods. Ideally about $500 for my boyfriend's birthday, $500 for miscellaneous. I think $3,000 for travel eventually. $1,500 would be a more comfortable number for Christmas, and then about $240 for my anniversary. So those are about the amounts that I want. Some of those smaller amounts, like $300 from home goods, $300 for dates and stuff, $150 for rideshare, and $300 for live events. Once I get my tax return, I think I'll have some kind of tax return because I didn't work for the majority of the year, so my income is, not the majority, I would say about half of the year. My income is pretty low for the year. I'm hoping I'll have, some tax return, but what I'm thinking I'll do is once I do get that I will start funding some of those, like fully funding them, so I don't have to fund them monthly, and it opens up more money to be able to send to my other priorities. And then, once I spend, let's say I have my live events category at $300, which is, I think it would be a good amount to cover just about any ticket we want. And then if I spend money on that, then I can, at that point, start building it up again. But until then, that would free up $40 a month that I can put towards one of the Focus on Now category groups. So I think that's what my plan is. If I get a tax return, ideally, like in the past, I've gotten about $1,000, $1,100 or so in tax returns. So if I got about that much this year, and that's a big if, because again, with not having worked for half the year, I just have no idea. I have no idea where I'll be, but if I were to get about $1,000, I would fund home goods, dates and stuff, rideshare, and live events like fully, and that would free up $40, so that's 80, 100. That would free up about $140 a month that I wouldn't have to send to, every single one of those sinking funds, and I can focus on like more important things like my Roth IRA, my emergency fund, or the Focus on Now stuff. And then pretty much I would likely do the same thing with a bonus. My company does bonuses in March, and it won't be very big because technically it's for 2022, and I've only worked the last quarter of the year, so it'd be about a fourth of what I would normally expect to get in my position. So I'm thinking maybe like another $1,000, maybe. I really don't know. So I would do something similar. Anyways, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. Bye.